Hi Virgo, thanks for joining me today. And if you're new to the channel, then welcome to Rose Sky Tarot. Now, this reading is for the 17th of June, and this is going to be a love and you reading. So we've got two decks here, and we're going to take this deck here for the love and you reading. I'm going to take 3 cards and 1 card from this deck here. Now, before I jump in, just to let you know that the website is up and running, and if you want to find out more about myself or the services that I run, then please jump onto the website, which is going to be online for you just now. Now, personal readings are available for £25 for an introductory price, and that will run up until Christmas. If you're interested, drop me an email and we'll work something out. Okay, so 3 cards. Going to have a look at you first, what your path is. Okay, there we go. Queen of Cups. And that could be, what goals you have, what you want to achieve. There we go. King of Swords. One more card. And then the next reading I'm going to do is a love reading. And we're going to have a look at the cards, the energies behind them. Okay, now there's too many cards there, so I'm going to take this one because that's the one that flipped over. And you had the Devil and the Ten of Cups there, so maybe you've got a little bit of a crush on someone that you see as long-term, perfect partner, happy ever after. But because the Devil is there, do you maybe have an obsession with them? So that could be running in the background here. But for the you reading, your direction, we have 3 cards: Queen of Cups, King of Swords, and the Magician. And then we'll come back and do it again with the point of view of a love reading. Let's jump on to the next part, and this is for what's maybe going on inside you, your feelings, your thoughts. That's what this deck is here for, to maybe see what has been awakened within you, maybe what you haven't realised, maybe you need to come to terms with, maybe accept. Sorry, I'm just having to wait for the right card to come my way. I'll choose that one. All right, let's see what this is. Discover your life's purpose. Nice. Okay, so we've got our deck now, and I'm just going to move the camera for you and signpost for you, and I'll be back in a second. Hi there. Now, let's jump in and let's have a look at what your path is. We have the Queen of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Magician. Let's have a look at the Queen of Cups here. Now, there is a need here for some compassion, some love. Someone is reaching out because someone is in emotional need. Someone needs help. Someone needs a friend, advice, some empathy, and just someone who is there to talk work through problems, and just try to help, be there, be a friend. And all of this love and support is available for you without question. But the thing is that the person who's providing this support, whether it be you or someone else who's providing it to you, that if they give you everything that you desire, all the support, all the help, and that is all they're doing, then they are going to burn out. So there's only so much that that other person can do for you, because you have to help yourself. The person who is having the energy of the Queen of Cups is there to support you. But they can't do it all, they can't do everything for you. And they're going to have to, keep their emotions in check. And that's part of the learning curve here, is that if you don't control the amount of support, the amount that you give, then your battery is going to be running on empty pretty quickly. So it's about finding the balance between helping and keeping a reserve for yourself. And that's the key here, is that finding the balance, keeping control of your emotions as well. And that seems to be a theme here, because the next card we have is the King of Swords. And this is a master of being in control. This person is a leader, makes the rules, doesn't like them to be disobeyed. And this is very much about taking logical steps, not letting your desires and your impulses take control. This is about having such self-control and having limits in what you're allowed to do. So could it be with these two cards together that, are you going through a period within your life? Have you set goals? Do you need support in getting to a healthier place? And there is someone there, or you're this person who is emotionally supporting, wanting to help the other person out of whatever the situation is. But control is the key thing here. Keeping control of your heart and your actions, so that, you can live to fight another day. You can live to support another day instead of burning out. And once you have found that balance, then with the Magician on the end here, you'll find all of the talents, the abilities, the capabilities within you to be able to accomplish any task, any goal that you set. You can transform something that you were really struggling with into a reality that you've only dreamed of. And that is the journey here, that you are, needing emotional support, boundaries, and the need to transform. All right. Going to leave that there. Back in a sec. Hi there. All right, let's jump into the love part of the reading and we'll go through these three cards again. We've got the Queen of Cups, King of Swords, and the Magician. Queen of Cups. Now, Virgo, I just don't know what to say because all of these cards are just screaming sex. The Queen of Cups. Sensual, witty. She draws you in, intoxicating. And she's so playful that, she can drive you nuts. She just is someone who can have you hooked within a very short space of time. So charming and witty. And it doesn't matter what she looks like. She could be tall, short, fat, thin, blonde, dark-haired. She could be a goth, she could be a blonde princess. It doesn't matter because it's the sensuality and the connection there that just makes this such a connection that, is there maybe thoughts going through your head about taking this to a higher level, even if it is slightly higher? Because this is a date that you want to have again and again. And then we have the counterpart of that, because the King of Swords here is knock your socks off sexy. So two very strong sexual beings within this reading. This person, the King of Swords, is suave, has seen and done quite a lot, but keeps his cards quite close to his chest. His emotions are not really accessible. He doesn't give his emotions away. He's up for as much fun. He also is matching the Queen of Cups for every single part. So this looks like a match made in heaven. But the thing is, the King of Swords here isn't one to give his heart away. That's not what he's after. He enjoys, the life that he lives. He enjoys sweeping girls off their feet, sweeping boys off their feet. And, there's just such an explosive sexual rapport here that's going on. And then we've got the Magician right beside it, and this is about someone who is having the gift of the gab, someone who embellishes, and that's the same as the King of Swords here, that, he may say that he works in banking, but he's actually a bank teller. And the Magician is the same thing, that, there's a little bit of trickery there. But even with that, the Magician is someone who can knock your socks off and talk you out of your socks. And again, we're talking about explosive red hot sex. So it's sex, sex, sex all along the way here. The Magician is also about making things become a reality. So, is this a match made in heaven? Is the Queen of Cups someone who the King of Swords can't resist? And even though they are more than willing to, continue to mate with the Queen of Cups, his heart is still quite, you know, restricted. There's not the deeper connection there. With the Magician coming after it though, is that something that will begin to break down, that the King of Swords would want to, make another date, another month, another year from the relationship? But this is a difficult one to see because, with the King of Swords not wanting to commit and the Queen of Cups stamping her feet and sticking her bottom lip out petulantly, there is a lot of work that would need to be done for this to be made a magical relationship. But it is something that can be worked on and can be accomplished. But there's a lot that has to be done. All right, now there is definitely, a magnetism there. There is definitely knock your socks off sex. And there's definitely, maybe the right at the beginning, truths are not being told. But there is the potential there for the achievement of goals. And that would be, breaking down the King of Swords' emotional restrictions. All right, well, enjoy yourself and let's move on to the next section, and that's about maybe what you need to be made aware of within yourself. All right, back in a sec. Hi there. All right, back again, last section. The card that's came forward is Discover Your Life Purpose. What's the meaning of life? Why are we here? Big, tough questions. I suppose, you're here to learn. You're here to discover what makes you you, what makes you different than other people, grow as a person, and discover really who you are, what makes you tick, what makes you do the things you do, make the choices that you do. And, there's so many different experiences that can give you answers to all of those questions. What makes you happy? What makes you want to get up and dance, want to be enthusiastic? And it could be that, similar to the picture in the card, there is someone who is playing, a violin, and that could be the epitome of something that you're discovering about yourself. because there's so many different experiences out there that if you feel guided to try something or to go somewhere or to spend time with people or to practice instruments, then that is the guidance that you should follow, because there's always going to be a lesson in whatever that activity is. Might not be a nice lesson, might be a tough challenge, one that takes a while to go over, but it's one that you're going to learn from. It's one that's going to develop you into the person that you need to be, the things that you need to learn. And there will be some, absolutely fantastic times as well. And it's all about learning what you enjoy, what makes you you, discovering what your purpose is in this life. Is it to make people happy? Is it to, entertain people? Is it to travel the world? Is it to start a family? What is the thing that spurs you on, that makes you want to jump out of bed and be enthusiastic about whatever it is that your life purpose is about? That is a difficult card to pin down, because it's all about life experiences, trial and error. But once you've pinned it down, once you're aware, then run with it, because that is the thing that makes your heart beat. That's excitement in a bottle. All right, I'm going to leave this reading here. And again, as always, this could be about yourself, people who are close to you within your inner circle. Or, it could be that this is something that you've not maybe thought of happening, because, it could be that the purpose for over the next few weeks, the experience that you need to go through, is one about not giving your heart away, being more in control of your emotions so that you aren't tricked, aren't duped into, being emotionally hurt. Something that could take you a while to go over. And that could be one of the experiences that, unfortunately, is a hard one to learn. It could be that this is a moment of revelation, and that not allowing you to spend your emotional dollars without properly thinking things through, that would be the lesson that needs to be learned. All right, I'm just going to go, because I'm saying the same things again and again. But please take care with whatever it is that you're doing. And I'll see you next time for your life reading. Bye.